guys, it's Azealia Kalia, and I'm back at it again with another video. As you can tell by the title above, I am going to be talking about my journey on how I found out I had lupus. And yeah, this will be a long video, and I'll be talking the whole time as a disclaimer. So if you do not want to see that, you can go ahead and click off this video right now. It will not hurt my feelings. But don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so you'll be aware every time I post a video. And yeah, let's get into this freaking video. Okay, so basically, my journey started in 2016. It was a bad year. Ultimately, I lost my grandma, the love of my life, and it started off freshman year. Freshman year, this is the day it all started. So, freshman year, I began to walk to class one day while the bell had just rung, and I'm in the middle of the hallway. And I get this sharp pain in my stomach, and I just hunch over. And at this point in time, I cannot move, I cannot walk, and it just hurt. And everybody was looking at me like, what is wrong with her? And I'm just sitting in the middle of the hallway, hunched over. So then the principal sees me, and she ended up calling the nurse. The nurse brought a wheelchair or whatever, and I went to the nurse's office. They called my mom. My mom ended up taking me to the doctor. This is when they were checking because they thought I had appendicitis, but I did not. So I got referred to a gastrology. And from gastrology, we ended up doing like a whole bunch of blood tests. He put me on stomach like pain medicines. And December roll around and I get a surgery done, a liver biopsy and an endoscopy. This results of that surgery, I had non-alcoholic liver disease and acid reflux. That's what the results of that. So now I'm like, okay, this is what I have. So I'm taking medications for that. And mind you, around that time I was in so much pain, they ended up taking me out of school. So I missed my freshman, like my homecoming. I missed all that. But I got taken out of school before my surgery. So I got taken out of school, I want to say around maybe October, November, I want to say. I'm not sure. And I did not go back to school till February. But February, I ended up moving to a different city and going to a different school. So I finally get to go back to school. And yeah, so I'm going back to school. And I already knew some people in this school because I was familiar with the area. And everything's cool. I mean, it's basic freshman year. I was depressed. Did not love myself. I was going through a lot of stuff mentally. And on top of being in pain almost every day with no clue what was going on with me. Taking medications. Like, I was taking like 11 pills by 10th grade year. 11 pills a day at like 14 years old. Not knowing what was going on with me because I was nauseous and stuff like that. It was just a lot. So 10th grade year roll around, and well, the end of 9th grade year into 10th grade year, I had decided to try out for the flag team, and I made it. And I was going in band with a group of friends that I loved. They was like my girls. I was like, ooh, we that group. It did not last long. So that happened, you know. I joined flag or whatever, 10th grade year rolled around. And this is where phase 2 started happening, when I started passing out and stuff like that. And I couldn't feel my body, like I was going numb and stuff. So then I went to the hospital for those, like passing out. And I had to go see a neurology. And he basically told me that I have mild postural hypertension. And that means when your blood pressure drops and stuff like that, because your blood doesn't rush to your brain fast enough to process. So that's why you passed out. And he was a real rude doctor. Like, he was basically like, sis, you fat. You need to lose weight. This is why you taking all these pills now, because you fat. That's what I felt like was coming from him. He didn't use those words, but that's what I felt was coming from his old white tail. I was just like, I do not want to go back to him. Like, he made my depression worse. So that had happened. And 10th grade year, I'm still cool with my friends, whatever. We going into 12th grade year. We trying out for the team again, and we make it. Duh. So we make it, and we go through this 10th grade year or whatever. I mean, it's June, like 10th grade to going into junior year. And 10th grade going into junior year, that's when I met my best friend now, or whatever, and who was there for me through this whole thing. Shout out to you, best friend. I love you. So yeah, this is when I started feeling pain in my hands. And mind you, I'm on the flag team, so I use my hands with this. So I start to wear braces. Let me tell y'all. Let me see if I can tell y'all. I can't even show. The braces not even in here. I'm going to show y'all the braces that I had, because when my hands started hurting, I went back to my doctor and was like, my hands was hurting. And then that's when I went to a nerve doctor and they did some tests, and it was like, you have carpal tunnel and we're gonna send you to therapy. And if it doesn't get better, we're gonna have to cut open your hands. I'm gonna show y'all what my braces look like. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I had braces like this. And these were just basic braces to like keep my wrist straight. Then I ended up joining the track team and I threw shot put, but I needed some support on my thumb because I had carpal tunnel in the hand right here. And if you don't know what carpal tunnel is, it's like some type of tunnel right here that get clogged with your nerves, and it shoots up pain because the reed from here to here doesn't get there fast enough. Something like that. Look it up if you want more scientific details. I don't got it. So this was like it was just like a thumb support like this to like help my thumb support, because when you put the shot put in your hand, it sits right there. So I had this. Then with carpal tunnel, my fingers would lock. So I could not, oh my gosh, I could not straighten them. So that's when these little rings came into play. And what the rings would do is they would keep your fingers straight. So you would put the ring on like this, and as you can see, I can't bend my fingers, so it would like try to straighten up this so that my fingers wasn't closed like this and it would hurt. So it would be like that. So I would wear these to school. Sometimes I would have these in school, like you see. So yeah, I got a couple of those. Then they gave me these for nighttime, and these were a pain, and I had them for both hands. And basically you had to put your hands in it like this, and these strap around, and you would have to sleep like this with your hands straight like this the whole night. The most uncomfortable feeling ever. So that's when carpal tunnel happened. And I was on the flag team freshman year into the beginning of 10th grade year, and the end of 10th grade year to the beginning of junior year. I could not do band or track the end of 11th grade year. Well, the end of 11th grade year I did do outdoor, but the beginning of 12th grade year I couldn't do band. And that was a whole lot with that situation. But I could not do band because the carpal tunnel was just so bad. And now my bones started to hurt. So it wasn't just my hands. And in the midst of going to therapy, my therapist started noticing like my body used to hurt too. It wasn't just my hands. But she could only treat me for my hands because that's what I was referred to her for. She couldn't treat me for my body. So now I can't do band, and now I definitely can't do track because I can't do all the running and stuff. So what I started to do is I started to teach other kids how to throw shot put. I kind of became a mini coach. So that had happened senior year. So going into the end of like junior to senior year, junior year I had got a bad pain in my hip that locked my hip, and I ended up going to the hospital, and that's when I got referred to rheumatology. And rheumatology did a whole bunch of tests. And when I tell you, I walked up in there as VIP. Once the blood work came, she called me early to come back, and I came back, and she told me I had lupus, and I'm just sitting there with so many emotions going. That day I had got my eyes dilated, so I had black sunglasses on. And it was just like my mom just started crying automatically. And me, it's like I froze because after the third time I passed out, they were like, it was like I was hearing so many people saying I was faking. I started to believe that I was faking. And so now to actually have somebody tell me like, you're not faking, something is actually internally wrong with you, was just like, it was like a blessing. But then at the same time, I'm like, wow, lupus is it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. My aunt died from that. Like, it's a lot to deal with. And it's just like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Like, I don't know what's going on. And around this time, that's when I was dropping weight. Then, after that, she was just basically like, you're going to be okay. We're going to put you on heavy medications. I began to take heavy medications. My face started to get so fat. My acne started to get terrible. My hair had already fell out before senior year. It fell out in like the summer before senior year, and I had cut my hair off right before senior year started. But my face was just fat, and I just had acne in the beginning of senior year, and I just did not like it. It was that them steroids I was on. It was just like, ugh. And I just did not like the way I look. But it was like, this whole lupus thing showed me a different side of me that I've been waiting to see my whole high school year. Like, it was just like, I was going through so much. I thought I was faking. I was mentally ill. I was mentally not good enough to love myself. Like, I felt ugly. I felt like the ugly friend. I couldn't even keep friends. I felt like an ugly girl. No boys wanted me. I was fat. I was bigger than most. I had medical issues. I was the girl that passed out in school everybody knew about. It was just like, what am I gonna do? Like, who am I? Like, and then it was just like a lot was running through my mind. I was just not healed. But lupus kind of taught me, and this all happened in my senior year. The beginning of my senior year was really, really rocky, but I had a support system. I had my best friend to be there with. I had people to be there for me. Grant, I did try to push these people away, but these people did not let me push them away. And one thing I say, when you're in a low place, you do start to notice that you push people away that you actually need. And it's like, it takes a strong person to actually be there for somebody who is down. And my people stood with me all 10 toes down, and I love y'all. I rock with y'all hard. Y'all know who y'all are. And the people who wasn't there for me, I'm not bashing you, but it's just like, you was no help to my life. So that happened. And when my hair fell out, y'all, I FaceTimed my best friend, and I was rubbing my hands through my head, and I was just crying and laughing. I don't know how he could look at me and just be there for me, but I feel like I look retarded in that call. Like, I looked psycho. Like, I was literally in my bathroom crying 1 minute, laughing the next minute, crying the next minute. And it was just crazy. But when I cut my hair, honey, I was like, and I felt cute. But I did have that terrible acne, and my face was just getting fat. And I'll put some pictures in this video for you to see. But I was just like, ew, that is not cute. Like, so then that's when I started to know that, like, your skin is very sensitive with lupus. Like, you gotta have sunscreen and stuff like that. You gotta do what you gotta do for your skin. You gotta wear it every day because you will burn easily. And the beginning of fresh senior year, this is when I started to find the love for me. I started to think like, okay, with this lupus thing, I don't know what's gonna happen the next day. So I just gonna have to live every day to the fullest. Whatever happened is meant to happen. Grant, I do have my bad days, but I got that voice in the back of my mind telling me to get my butt up and get back on my 10 toes. That's what keep me stable. Plus them people who are there for me when I'm down, and them people I can go to just to vent and, you know, spill my whole life story. And it was like, in the beginning, I did not want to talk about what I was going through because I didn't want pity from nobody. And when I found out I had lupus, my whole family treated me like a fragile freaking piece of glass. And I did not like that. That's why I was so afraid to tell my friends. But at the end of the day, it was important to tell them, because if y'all together and something happens to me and they're so unaware, what are they going to tell the proper authorities? You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to be going through, it's just save a whole trip. You just got to really think about stuff that goes on when you have lupus, because your life is, you really got to pay attention to what you do and how you do it. Like the foods you eat, the times you go outside, how long you're staying outside, the different weathers you go in and stuff like that, because cold weathers can sometimes make your bones hurt. Hot weather can make your skin burn. It can make you feel really weak and stuff like that. So it's like, you got to get up. You just got to watch yourself. You got to really listen to your body. Like, if your body's telling you you can't do it, you need to sit down and rest. You can't do it today. You'll come back and try again tomorrow. You just really got to fully learn yourself. So I just fully learn to learn myself and love myself, because I am me and they ain't no other me. So I just got to be me to show the people who the real me is. You get what I'm saying? You follow my drift? But yeah, I just learned to love me. Yes, I am a thick girl. Yes, I am bigger than most. And you may think I'm ugly, but I don't think that. Everyone has their right to have their opinion. And in my opinion, I'm cute. I don't care about yours. So next case. But yeah, it's just like, that's just what I've been going through. And in 12th grade year, that's when all this like corona stuff started happening. And I was just like, we got out of school, but I made it. I made it. And look, I made it. But I want to talk about like being careful with your skin. People with lupus, I'm going to put some pictures after I tell you this story about what happened. But I'll post a picture of when I had this rash right here. I had a big rash right here because I went to Florida, and I didn't put no sunscreen on. I was putting sunscreen on, but it wasn't a good sunscreen. The sunscreen I use is, let me see. It's 100 SPF. It's like the most you can go to protect your skin, I think. I think that's the most. Hold on, I can't get it. And, yeah, so, oh, here we go. I wasn't really putting on the sunscreen I needed, and I had got a big rash, and then it was all red and ugly and stuff like that. And then right after I got that rash, I ended up getting my wisdom teeth out, and because my lip was down so much, I had gotten impetigo right here. And I'll post a picture right there. It's a little TMI picture, but yeah. This is the sunscreen I use. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's really thick, and a little goes a long way. Now, I moisturize my face with this at night. It does not break me out. It is not too oily, and it's actually really good on my skin. So, like, if it's too thick, so sometimes I'll mix it with, like, the lotion I'm using, and then I'll put it on, and it still works the same. I have not burned. I mean, my face tanned a little bit, as you can see from my hairline, but it's just, like, it's a really good sunscreen to use. It's one of my favorite sunscreens to use. It's the only sunscreen I use at this moment, but I think you should definitely use that. And make sure y'all keep up with your skin. Make sure you keep up with your medicine. Keep up with everything. And keep up with you and the love for yourself and the mental health that you need to keep up with. Because, baby, it is a hard disease to go with. It is. It really is. But it takes a fighter to fight one strong. So you don't have to fight alone. We have organizations to help us, to motivate us. If you don't have nobody at home to motivate you, and don't ever feel like you don't have nobody. If you need somebody to talk to, my DMs is always open. I always respond. And I just want y'all to know that this is my story. And this is what I've lived. And it's a whole bunch of other personal stuff that I have not even mentioned in the midst of high school that I go through. But it's like, I made it. And the things I went through, I made it. And I know you can make it too. And I just want y'all to know that I love all of y'all. If y'all ever need anybody to talk to, contact me. If you ever feeling down and you have bad thoughts and suicidal or whatever you may got going on, there are lines out there that you can call that can help you. I'm telling you, there are. So go find that search for them. Continue to try. Keep pushing forward. Never give up. Never give up. But yeah, y'all, this is my story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn my post notifications on. I love you all. And remember, if you don't love you, nobody else will. And that's simply said like that. I love y'all. Bye, my babies.